to your loved ones. You can simply download this app on Google Play Store. And believe me, you will thank me later because it's very convenient, it's very safe, and so fast. Taptap Send, you've indeed changed our lifestyle.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we open the hands of this. This is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradiouk.com, and of course we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Sanko Fatichinan, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it, and of course, OT Radio has come to say this is the sound of Africa.
For me, Mamo Ajo, Emamo Akaba, Edemo, Eba Jimedia Yatun said time with Taptap Send. Song for every Thursday via Mede Ebro. The frame Nana Kwame Osei too. Shannon said Jimedia, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, on OT Media TV. And then you rain so you assign a share one. Now a young commodity and a minute in a year barbecue said the diet canon. Yasetina ewo amonaneno nioma etimi akọ so eye ede amaye jumedie yi adwumaku aye friend say Taptap Send ena ekita yemu emayetimi ede bro every Thursday bia entina medikan ede asida ede ama Taptap Send say enensu yi okita yemu ama yetimi ede jumedie ebre yen etiefo enyina ene eden asem ena yeka Pembebre no na emrasem immigration sem say ye kofa ye nua bi efi o my Ghana mu aba ana se akwanya bi ebeda ho no ma ebetimi ede aboa ye nua na eho nsem no ewo ne obi a eka ne de nanso ni yabomoden akofa lawyer ni ba ko chese ye bano immigration issues any legal issues are obomodin bebre lawyer Wisdom Akaho or Dina Juma for wise smart solicitors penny pa ba ko no any when ye baba twitwe enkomo efa health and care workers visa say bia o pese woji visa now the bay juma ewo krum hanmo UK hanmo say we health worker and care worker and then you bring 1 year eba between eho enkomo and the bomodian after wonua bi ana adamfo bi na say wo any question bi e kire na adwene obi ka bibi a won tie ase any lawyer wa hanmo say obomodian na wa mai emu enchirichiri mu na emom shenen so say we futuo na wode mayen untimi enyina so den ese ne o kan ye nti na we take a decision bi na emom say wo hia legal advisor jumadi echi no obomodin na akohu na obema eho akwakire mamenko Taptap Send aseye na ye nhwe say Taptap Send sabri at the update ben na ewo ho no mu a de emaye na wotwe na masai ebusa say na no me can say every week bia no never one country na ya hwe say bia wo send sika ko ho no mu and say me afem pantwa mo temika na obi kan say wo temika Mr. Ramo say o join na say o Honda meter no wahwe said the beya wechi honom no noise bia eni honom emaye enwure said the beya dwumadie no ebekoso kama ubetimi e dey at mute na emom say obeba camera so amaya nke yani beji pa isa say we are streaming live right yo said the medi kan no ene ye behwe health and care workers omo visa je ewo krom hanom said the eho asem esitie lawyer wo wise smart solicitors lawyer Wisdom Akaho baba be kan ho a woni baba twetwe enkomo na ansa na no ma memfa wo enko Taptap Send asoye ehonom ɛna yɛbɛtie yɛbɛtie ɔmo updates na wɔtwe mu nyinaa nea ɛrekɔ so ɛwɔ Taptap send aso ɛyɛ na nea ɛyɛ sɛ customers ɛhyɛ ne nso saa ɛnso ɛna yɛsrɛ sɛ sɛ yɛfa country bi te sɛ Kenya me ɔnyɔnko bi a ɔno ɔyɛ Kenya ni sɛ yɛka sɛ wɔ sɛnde sika akɔ Kenya sɛn ɛna ho asɛm ɛteɛ ɛna yi ɛyɛ group director Taptap send waba bɛka yɛn sa a ɔno yɛn ɛba bɛtwitwe saa nkɔmmɔ no nyinaa ora malto sɛ wɔ hɔnom a yɛsrɛ wɔ a ma yɛnte wo nka na ɛwɔ hɔnom na ɔtwe ma yɛn fabrɛ
Adana, good evening.
Nyamina dum me ho yɛ paa na wo nso ai
you bend and I saw the baby building coin. You're making me look say me ready.
There be lawyer for the almost asem kanku.
Okay.
Ubetimi address bia ko baby and name of say wo courtroom a untimi address say baby the lawyer for the una mu di agora almost asem e din pan you me pese me ye ohun.
Okay. I'll relax, but maybe during the show, I'm already know about.
Yeah, calm down. As I said, many lawyer me prepare for the lawyer.
Mate. Anyway, thank you very much again, Akame, for having us on the show every single week. And the numbers look great. 68 people already online, ready to listen to us, which is fantastic. Last week, said love for the they didn't come plenty. And they almost say visa into the family, which is fantastic. So good evening to all of you. Good evening to our listeners. Good evening to all our lovely, great Taptap Send customers. Thanks for having us every single week. My name is Kokumauto Abraham. Mifi Ghana.
Recording in progress.
Born and bred in Ghana. Spent all my life in Ghana. I was born at 37 Military Hospital. I lived in Medina, Firestone all my life. I went to Gospel International School. I went to Presec, Legon. I went to Legon University, and I've lived in London for the last 17 years. And my job is to run Taptap Send Africa. So that's what I do for a day job. But it also happens to me a Ghanaian. And Ghana is where my heart is, and Ghana is what is closest to my heart. So whilst I'm running Taptap Africa, I'm very interested in Ghana, and I love what I do for Ghana and what we are doing for Ghana. This show is about us connecting to our customers. This show is about us getting close to you. This show is about us hearing your feedback, hearing what you have to say and what you have to tell us. And if you tell me directly, Unim said, there's a very high chance that it's going to get done because of the position I hold and because of where I stand in Taptap Send, running Taptap Send Ghana, Taptap Send Africa, and Taptap Send as a whole. Any feedback is welcome. Please feel free to talk to me. Message me on the chat, put your comments in there, and let's discuss what is important to you. Anyway, what's been happening in Taptap Send this week is that we have been working to improve our bank product. So when we say Taptap Send right now, you can send to mobile money and you can send to banks. But most of you don't even know that you can send to banks. I've been working to see how do we improve people knowing about the bank product. So we've been doing some work in the background, doing some research. How do we improve the look of the app so that you can tell straight away, say, bank. We've been trying to add a couple of banks to the process. We've added First National Bank, which wasn't part of the group. But we will test it again and keep working on it. I started working on rural banks and see what we can do to add more rural banks in light of what is happening in Ghana and on the E11. So I'm thinking of adding some more rural banks to the banks that we offer right now to make our bank product the best product possible, because it may be one of the ways to escape the e-levy. Because if you send to bank and you go and take it out by cash, e-levy and count, I'm working hard. In fact, all of my team, all of the team are working really hard on improving that bank product. That has been this week. And in number one. Number two, you said this week, if you can see, Marmonim said rates now, quite some way. There's some rate kind of war going on. We say rate booking con every single week, every single day. So every single day, part of my job is to wake up in the morning, look at the data, look at the ECOSO, look at how much the exchange rate is, look at the spot rate, look at the bank rate, look at different things, and then give direction to the team on where we want to set our rate for the day, right? And that's what I do that every single morning. So every single morning this week, I've been looking at how to give you the best rates. And rate booking con there this week, I don't think anybody has beaten us in the UK. At least we got to 9.15 today. If you haven't heard, Taptap is at 1.95. Now the president Akaho said, you do 9.95. You do 9.95. Let the president know, say, that's where the pound has got to with all that's going on in the world. So if you have some money somewhere, this is the time to send it to Ghana. If you have some money somewhere, this is the time to move that money to Ghana and keep it safe for you. Do some investments in Ghana, move the money to Ghana. In Makasha every single week, I have only one aim, to try and move all the money from the West into Africa. That's my motivation right now. My good rate is just to encourage you to move all your money from NatWest to Africa. Move all your money from Barclays to Africa. Move all your money from Unicredito. Move all your money from Dashin Bank. Move all your money from everywhere into Africa. Into rates in there. We will continue to give you the best rate. And I can tell you this with all my promise in the world, say, I will continue to work my hardest to make sure that you have the best rate that we possibly can every single day into Midamasepa, and we'll keep working on that. That's number 2. Now coming. Number 3 is we've been launching Mozambique, which is a new country to us. So that's one of the things I look after. So this week we've been working out how to get Mozambique going and how to get Mozambique going properly. So that has been another big thing to add to it. And I've been talking to Germany for about having somebody present in Germany and having some more presence in Germany. I've been talking to Italy about having more presence in Italy. And we've just been working really hard to make sure, say, wherever you are in the diaspora as a Ghanaian, we are serving you to the best of our ability and making sure that we are doing the very best that we can. And I'm coming. And that's what's been happening mainly in Taptap Send. We'll be something about Kenya. Do you want me to touch on Kenya or do you want to ask some questions?
Please touch on Kenya. I have a friend who is a Kenyan, and she wanted to know if she's sending money through Taptap to Kenya. How is the recipient going to get the money? Is it through mobile money, bank account, cash pickup? We want to know more about Kenya.
Kenya is a lovely, lovely, lovely country. I'm going to Kenya next week, the week after. I'm going to Kenya, looking for new partners and looking for more banks to work with. But the product for Taptap Send Kenya are very simple. Kenya is probably one of the most advanced countries in Africa in terms of mobile money. Mobile money, almost 20 years ago. It's very, very improved. It's very, very advanced. They don't have e-levy. It's what everybody uses. A money cash import system. So a majority of the money we send to Kenya goes to something called M-Pesa, which is their mobile money. MTN, Vodafone, Airtel, one main one, which is M-Pesa. And about 90% of people use M-Pesa. And then there's about 10% of people who use Airtel, which is another problem. So when you're sending money to Kenya from Taptap Send, it's the same way as you do it like you're doing from Ghana. So now what you select the country Kenya, it will give you the rate. We still have the best rates to Kenya. There's still no fee to send to Kenya. So tell all your Kenyan friends there is no fee. We give them the best exchange rate. We are better than the key providers in Kenya, all of them. I know that because we check every single day. So you put the amount you want to send in. It will give you the equivalent in Kenya shillings. You click next. Or connect that. A more option between M-Pesa or bank account. M-Pesa no goes to mobile money. And then the bank account, it opens another page, which gives you about 57 banks that we send to in Kenya. It includes banks like Equity, banks like Co-op banks, banks like KCB. So there's different banks that you can send to. There's 50 banks on the list. Because Kenya for bank the dozen. So you can send to bank account direct, or you can send to M-Pesa. And then the same process. Or click here. Within seconds, the money is there, and you can see the money arrive. So just like how you do Ghana, Kenya, a very, very similar and very, very simple process. You get confirmation that the money is sent, and that's it. So Kenya is more like Ghana than most of the other countries that we have, because mostly mobile money and bank account. It's free to send. It has the best rates in the app, and you can tell all your Kenyan friends, wherever they live, say, they should try Taptap Send. It's the one way to send money back to Kenya. And the Kenyans love it. I have lots of Kenyan friends now because of Taptap Send Kenya. And no one has them. The net rates near bear 153 or 154 Kenyan shillings. That's their kind of money. But the rate is very good. Tell your Kenyan friends they should try Taptap Send, and they'll be very happy, just like you are too, for Ghana Taptap Send.
Fantastic.
Is that okay?
That is fantastic. I think that you are still going to be on call. So
I'm here all night.
About Taptap Send. And obviously we also have Mpacho, mami nya kumesero nya butre mami why? I'll come to you. Say you any question be also about tap sender. You beba one chain na about you. And obviously we're going to have tap send focus section right after this conversation. You know,
absolutely. I'll be here all night listening to your comments and your chats. And at the end there'll be a tap send focus. I can take all your questions there. So if you feel like you can't talk to me right now, I am here in the chat, and I'll be here all night. If you want to talk to me, but I'm listening. I want to hear what Lawyer Wisdom has to say as well. I've heard him before many times. He's a great guy.
Awesome. Mpacho, mami enko tap send customer service team and frequent senders promotion decks. I mean, he said Teresa L. Honoma. Teresa has been helping a lot of people in the breakout room. And it's Teresa and Pacho, so Honoma, me and Tonka, Adena, and then for about breakout room are more expected from the customer service team.
I would say for me, church, when you know about tap send Jumadi. So, what question be about tap send? Say over breakout room now, bet to me, Ebisa. Na yense so ye be bona ye you are no kama. It's question be no obetumi ebisa e breakout room on.
Yo. Ye better Teresa ase ene enumere. And in the course of the program no me open breakout room no na ma announce ansana Lawyer Wisdom has started the conversation with us. Any question relating to tap send, any issue we are, but more the out screen or wait me up breakout room now the West share customer service team no now question be our one and I say issue be our one to resolve it for you. Salina, Mr. Sabrady me questions be so any question Mr. Oko breakout room one ubetimi ebusa Teresa obeboa and na say edu time one yema kwan ama ubia ebusa question a uma onsa so a meet me afro ama
breakout room no me kwane he
me be open now. I'm going to open now. Into no show screen this one. I bet show say breakout room na fi wabo modern no alcohol. Okay, so now the breakout room is open. We show screen this one. I bet show now what join it breakout room no. Now fi wakona omo for any question or tap send. Bidamasi. Mbacho. Okay, now people are going in there. It's okay now. Right. Yo, Abuja for and then you may say the topic now. Health and care workers visa. And no and come and a year barbecuing. Na a banis had their net ye be here a year branding for our womanity. No more to me up why na yet to me actually and common. And into your bora why smart solicitors for Australia na womo ebe boyen na yetimi edi surgery. No be busa say aden na ye dwumadie bi say na ye use twi. Mr. Moa programming policy say ye local language in ye be use. And into Mr. Wa say e ba ne say e bia twi no high drink akra Mr. Pe obi na omboa na won chechu mu kakra. Edrus and bra ye bit me a subtitle tap send for my scam more ye bepe more team na on my subtitle our program na say the amamo, but for now it's our policy to use our local language to do the show into the Mr. Fachemi if say or any issue, but we will try as much as possible to blend it as and when. You can ask your question in English. We will definitely respond to you. But I mean, obviously, as I said, we are it's our policy to use Chi for this for this show. But Lawyer Wisdom will definitely try and blend it with the English. So forgive us if you flow more in Chi. Sana program that's here. Yo, minche bebre, my minfa a Lawyer Wisdom Embro. Lawyer, mima ajo emo akwaba enumere eba jumedi so.
Miniamijusu, Emisumima, Aju, Emma, Aquaba.
Say, Afidi, say, Ura Mount for Shewa, or Betiasi, Yentia, Messi, more pains. Yo, and you read your to Safrewa. Now, tiny and say, migrant scheme be one more, it will more shortage of professionals be a backroom omutimi enya kwenya ema omobetimi age visa e dia backroom even pokrana na obi o han mo pese okofa ni nua bi a oye health worker and say care worker de ba nanso no onim ehun nimdie onim hu akwankyere yes ya na nkofo keka etine hu behia se ene yetwe wo ba na ye no twetwe nkomo na utimi ema yehu near coso, quite a befasoa, in Yanoma, or mere healthcare workers, ye meet me, a bomb, a moment so about Kumhanamu Ebi. Lawyer, get you.
Yo, Midasi, it's here for any extra for Mamu Aju, and Mama Craba. I am saying about 71 on the platform, which is great.
A being so called Zoom room, one breakout room.
All right, that's great. And see, Yamamo Aquaba. Yo, you ready? You're about to tougher. Mauto, I hope you're doing good, my brother.
My daughter is doing good and busy at the back end.
my Medina brother. So
I told you he's busy.
All right. Good. All right. In fact, apart from majority of us came from somewhere. And I have a man more krumha. In that case, as I said, if I acquire this one, you bet me anya sit na o krumha and creative problems in my end. And usually governments know every now and then not almost be chance be to hope say to me a fast application now with the other krumha. Yenim say can be brave ewo a be a spouse visa work or warrior to me di wiri and awukuno any woman Eddie abe UK ha. And now say nya warrior mpoa e bia na waba as a student na wonso wafufum sa ultimately na wanya indefinite leave to remain. And yet our na students so a e bia obi eba as a general visitor and now for family ononso waba. Now, of course, as time changes, no, and also as with the time. Now, and also, we're first so Ediana sitting. Other ones also a start-up visa route. Abia will be an innovative idea, bia, or person or something which is totally different in the system. It's a start-up, totally different. And also, wait me about, but I don't know, you need some amount of money around, I think, 50,000 to 250 or so £1,000 to invest in the UK system. Now, so there are generally many different rules that over to me as fast to Edia backroom. Now, from time to time, no government no be acquiring some categories of people to come. And no not saying, Corona, with the death in the system, the health workers echo because of Brexit. Most of the Europeans also echo, and a lot of vacancy gap in the health sector, the homes, the NHS sectors, a lot of vacancy.
Jed, it's going to bed, isn't it?
It's because of. Okay. All right. And then see, because of the vacancies now about the health sector, no governments need a provision about another policy about say be a health worker or within a certain category, they can come in to work in the NHS or to work in the health sector. And no any
Mr. Fachami, yeah, my sorting out. But right. Hold on, lawyer, hold on. It's okay, you can go on.
Okay. I know any friend health and care worker visas, no, health.
Lion Bacha, you are on mute. Sorry, unmute yourself.
Thank you. All right. And then the health and care worker visa was introduced by the government to take care of the vacancies in the health sector. I will say it again, because of the death that resulted by through COVID, the care homes and the EU nationals, we nurses, any health workers are almost signed accordingly. There's a lot of vacancy. Government in India said, if you're a health worker or you work in the health sector, now, which category of people can apply? And no, first of all, you must be a qualified doctor, a nurse, health professional or adult social care professional, a worker in an eligible health facility or system. And of course, these are the people who are in the health sector. Some of them are radiographers and people within the medical field. So you must work in an eligible health or social care job, work for a UK employer that's been approved by the Home Office, have a certificate of sponsorship. Those are some of the eligibilities. So what do you do? How can you qualify to come? Ghana and other parts of Africa. So who sister, who brother, who uncle, your aunt, a nurse, a Ghana, a medical doctor, a Ghana, not opposite Oba, a Juma. Of course, a quine be set under this health and care worker visa route, they can apply to come and work in the UK. Now, the question is, how can you come? You said the policy, the law number, but how can you?
It's called a law burger. Burger bun.
The doctor?
Burger is in a bun is made from pancakes and fine rubber. It is.
Sorry, lawyer. I'm trying to sort you out. Sorry.
Right.
I would say for me stress obi amfane hu and to meet and mommy o join and patch of how to meet and mommy na intimate to our program so madam wasi la custom.
Right, thank you. I don't see a doctor, a nurse, or any other health worker, an adult social care professional, you can come and work in the UK. You must work in an eligible health or social care job, work for a UK employer that has been approved by the Home Office. A honor and a problem no a war. And yes, government nisi a kwa wo will be able to me as a health worker about the no work of form so work online, work by application set me percent me a doctor, me a nurse, me a midwife, me percent and that is not how it works. You need a sponsor in the UK, an approved sponsor by the Home Office. So, me will list be we have more than 100. We have more than 100 sponsors. More than 100, I think over 200. There's a long list of sponsors. And I will mention some of the sponsors, and then you have to contact them. It is not Nana's duty to contact the providers for you. It is not my duty to contact the providers for you. Then your contacts in Ghana, your sisters, your uncles, your brothers, your friends who are nurses or doctors or health workers who want to come can contact these sponsors. Once the sponsor gives you BBI friend certificate of sponsorship, COS, COS. So when employer no more daily emails, telephone calls, almost say, there is a vacancy for you. Now, Ubaba, they have to issue BBI friend the COS. But before that, you need to meet some requirements. You need to meet the English language requirement. English language requirement. Why? Because in the health sector, as a nurse, as a carer, at the end of the day, you have to write a report. You may have to write a report to hand over to the
Liam Pacho, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself for me. Thank you.
You need to meet the English language requirement. Mesan Bosubium, I'm saying at the time I was muted. The reason why you need to meet the English language requirement is that who yejima as a carer, who yejima as a nurse, who yejima as a doctor. At the end of your shifts, you need to leave a report. You need to leave your end of day report, so that whoever is taking over from you, or better me, I should say, near waya kusini. Untime in Cambrofu, untime in Trobrofu, obey dang and a wajasa report. And non English language is a requirement for people who want to work in the health and care sector. And the English language, you either have a first degree. If you have a first degree, that is good for you. It has to be certified by an institution in the UK. It was formerly called NARIC, but their name has now changed to CCIS or so. They will certify that the degree now is equivalent to a degree in the UK. In that case, the health worker now urban, they don't have to write the English language test. And now set Nipano any degree holder, then as a sort of the secure English language test, SELT, SELT, and also GCSE, A level, and also what me I use it and also as proof of your English language qualification. Then you go online, liaise with the employer. After they have checked your English language qualification, they've checked your qualification as a health worker, then they will then issue you the COS. On that COS, ding, your date of birth, sika where you will be working. This is all part of the letter that we call the COS. Once you receive that COS, you are able to then go online and make your application. You go online and make the application. If you apply from outside, you go to www.gov.uk/health-care-worker-visa/apply form from outside. We are a beji from no abro. You complete the form, you supply all the information. Within 3 weeks, omo the visa no ebema wo any we busian for wo we yiri anawo kuno any wo man na ebema mo visa no maba UK ha to work. When wo ba aba be yejuma enya afa na wo ba aba be hwehwe ejuma wo ba with work in your hands. So as soon as you enter, your work is ready for you to start your work. Now, how long would you be given? Usually it is 3 years. 3 years. You may have more than 3 years, but after the 3 years, no, to me, I extend it. Now, when you're 5 years, you go for your indefinite leave to remain in the UK. So initially, it is 3 years. After the 3 years or before the 3 years, if you are with the same employer, you can then apply to extend your health and care worker visa. 5 years, you go for your indefinite leave to remain, permanent right to reside in the UK. So you can apply 3 months before you start the work. So if you want to start with your employer in, let's say, June, you work 3 months back, and that is when you can put in your application. And like I said, the health and care worker visa route is very, very, in fact, among people these days, and I would advise if you have any family, friends, neighbors, or sisters, brothers who are nurses, doctors, health workers, they want to come, this is the time for them to take advantage of this. 3 months before you start the work, 3 weeks, you get a decision. How much will it cost? It will cost you £232 per person for 3 years visa. 3 years visa. If it's going to be more than 3 years, as £464. If it is 3 years, it is 232. That's very cheap. Then if it is going to be more than 3 years, it is 464 per person. So this is the cost of such an application compared to our over £3,000 for a husband or wife. Because a husband or wife, you have to pay the application fee, which is about £1,600, and you pay the IHS fee, which is about £1,700. That is way, way, way over £3,000. Whereas it is £232 or £464. Even more 3 years, and not longer than 3 years. You can extend. You can also get your 5 years. After 5 years, you get your indefinite leave to remain. Now, once they come here, there are certain things they cannot do. They cannot do certain things, which are, one, you cannot go for public funds benefits, because workers, obviously, your employer is paying you enough to look after yourself and your family, so you cannot take benefits. And you cannot change jobs or employer unless you update your visa. You cannot change employer unless you update your visa. And it's employer A, and I'm a visa, and I'm a certificate of application now with the ABA. Now, when in the age, now if you say they be treatment in any grade, now person call employer B, then you have to apply. Employer B will have to give you another COS, not another application to change from employer A to employer B, that you can still carry on in that sector. But you cannot use employer A's certificate of sponsorship to go and work for employer B as a health and care worker. There are certain things you can do. You can work in an eligible job. You can take additional job. And these students now, they are limited to a certain number of hours, 20 hours a week. This one, you can work in your job and take additional job in addition if you want. You can do voluntary work. That wouldn't be a problem. You can study. You have some time on your hands. You think you want to do an additional course, you can study as well whilst you are on the health and care workers visa. You can bring your wife or your husband. You can bring your children, all of them, to join you or come with them to the UK here. You can travel abroad whilst you are working. You can go in and come back to the UK. And you can apply to settle permanently and not indefinitely after 5 years of being in the UK as a health and care worker. So all in all, these are some of the provisions. Now, what documents would you need to make this application? What documents would you need? Number one, top of the list, you would need the certificate of sponsorship. Certificate of sponsorship. You will need certificate of, without the certificate of sponsorship from an employer or a sponsor that is approved by the Home Office, you can't go anywhere. That is the first, that's the trump card, the first thing you need to start anything. COS, Certificate of Sponsorship. Now, then you need a proof of English language. I'm not going on the documents. The first document is COS. The second document is proof of English language, either a degree, the CELT, or any other certificate that is acceptable. You need your passport. You need your passport also as proof to support the application. They need to be sure who you are and who you say you are. You need a job and annual salary. The job and annual salary will be stated on the certificate of sponsorship. Age limits, you shouldn't be less than 18 years. 18 years, not less than 18 years. The person should be more than 18 years. There is no old age limit, but there's a young age limit. Now, sometimes the older you are, the more experienced you are. So once the employer is happy to accept you by virtue of your skills, then I will say you are able to make that application. Name of the employer will have to be on the COS. It has to be on the COS. So generally, these are the requirements for the health and care workers visa for people to come to the UK to work as health and care workers in this sector. A idea about a lot of people are coming, especially from Ghana. I have a long list of sponsors here, approved sponsors from the Home Office. Anybody listening to me can go online and go to Google and enter list of approved sponsors in the UK. List of approved sponsors in the UK. It is about more than 2,000 approved sponsors. Then you take your time and you highlight the ones that have to do with care. So maybe one or two people to draw. Na so BTM nasa or percent or the ma nebusia. I printed the list. Now wait to make Eddie a mano. Now maybe more questions there. Then you can ask those questions. Number one on the list of care providers who are approved sponsors, Care London, Care into bracket London Limited, Care London Limited, Care London is in bracket Limited. Then number two, Care Limited. I don't have their telephone numbers, but if you go online and Google, you will get their telephone numbers, you will get their emails. Please correspond with them. They will tell you what they need. Then you can liaise with them, send it to your brothers, sisters, and friends in Ghana who are nurses, doctors, health workers who want to come to work in the UK. The UK is always attracting the best of skills. So that is what they are doing right now. So Care London Limited, Care Limited. The third one is Fountain Care Limited. Fountain, Fountain, Fountain Care Limited. Another one is A&I, Alpha and India, A&I, A for Alpha, A for India, Care Homes Limited. A&I Care Homes Limited, trading as Meadows Residential Care Home, MEADOWS Residential Care Home Limited. Greenford. The next one is A&M Pharmacies. Pharmacists nso eka list ne ho. And this old brother be Ghana our pharmacist our person juma. Of course, on Unsubetini apply under this health and care worker rules. They need a sponsor. A&M Pharmacists Limited, Coventry. A&M Pharmacists Limited, Coventry. The number 6 is Bright Care Limited. A Bright Care Limited. BRIGHT Care Limited. Canterbury. Another one is A&B Quality Care. A&B Quality Care. Then I have a long list, but I just mentioned a few, and I give people the chance if they have any questions to ask then I can respond to their question. There is another one here, 21st Century Care. Plymouth. 21st Century Care. Plymouth. 21st Century Care Limited. Plymouth Limited. Ivy Bridge. So it is 21st Century Care into bracket Plymouth Limited. They are at Ivy Bridge, IVI Bridge. That is where they are located. Another one is 3-Star Healthcare Limited. 3-Star Healthcare Limited. 3-Star Healthcare Limited. Leicester. 3-Star Healthcare Limited. Leicester. And then we have 3-Way Healthcare Limited. 3-Way Healthcare Limited. Reading. That is where they are based. 3-Way Healthcare Limited. I'll mention a few more and then I will stop. The other one is 360 Health Limited. 360 Health Limited. London. And then we have 3A Care Limited. 3A, 3 and then A Care London Limited. And the other one is 3AB Care Limited. 3AB Care Limited. Chipping Sudbury. There is another one which is Fountain Care Limited. Fountain, as in the fountain that is flowing. FOUNTAIN Care Limited. Oxbridge. And then 2 more, then I will stop there. We also have A&I Care Homes Limited. A&I Care Homes Limited. Trading as Meadows Residential Care Home. I think I've mentioned that already. That is Greenford, yes. And then we have A and B Quality Care. Leighton. That is where they are. And AMF Medical Limited. AMF for Father Medical Limited. Witham. And lastly, we have A Bright Care Limited. A Bright Care Limited. I may be able to take a picture of a photo of the list and send it out, but not during this program. So what I would do is I'm going to type out the ones I have picked up, send it to Nana. Then Nana may be able to share the link later. Alternatively, I can share the list directly from the Home Office, which I have, to you. Then you can broadcast it to the on the platform. But it is a lot of employers. There are different employers. We have city law. We have some that do with hospitality, food industry, IT. So all those set right now, the option is for health workers. It does not mean that somebody who is an IT technician or an IT guru cannot go on the list and look for IT-related companies. So, Nana, and Becca said, if you can, please tell your brothers, tell your sisters, tell your aunties, tell your friends who are nurses, doctors, etc., to take advantage of this opening, this opportunity to come to work in the UK. Obias, let me test. So, do I want the nurses and the doctors all to leave Ghana? well, no, I don't want them all to leave Ghana. But whoever wants to take advantage of this, they are free to take advantage of it. Somebody says an opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of that opportunity. An opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of that opportunity, by Leonard Ravenhill. Every opportunity has a lifetime. It has a small window. If that lifetime is closed, that's set. So, an opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of that opportunity. The lifetime of this opportunity, health and care workers visa, is now. It sees it now, or it is gone and probably gone forever. It's here for me, that was it.
Like better say, and then you bring a very nice, short, brief presentation what they are bringing, and then you bring. Yo, young quite na.
Recording stopped.
Hello, Nana.
I think we lost him for some reason.
Yes, we lost him. Yeah. All right. So,
in that case, I mean, I'll wait for him to come back. I think there's a studio manager as well. So okay. I don't know where the studio manager is. I think what Nana would have done here would probably to go for questions, right? I don't know how he runs the show, but that's I'm thinking that what he would have done is go to questions. For the floor is open. I know there's some questions on the chat. I don't know how Nana takes it, but it might be worth taking the question one after the other. I don't know who came first. Mpacho, let's start with the person whose hand was first. I think it's either Paulina or Letty.
Okay, Paulina, I'm here.
Okay. Oh. After you, I'll do.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah, Paulina, please go ahead. Oh,
okay.
Nana is back.
All right.
I wanted to find out. Should I go ahead?
Go ahead, Paulina.
My question is, do you need work experience? Because I have two sisters. One just finished with her diploma in nursing, and the other has got over 10 years experience in midwifery. So among the two, do they all qualify, or the one with work experience does? And also with a diploma, do you still need a CELT? Thank you.
Thank you very much. With the diploma, what we would normally recommend or advise is you send it to the institution which is NARIC. It used to be NARIC, but they've changed their name now. I think it's CCS something. They would then approve that, yes, it is of the equivalent degree or level of required English language. Then they would not necessarily have to write the CELT, because GCSE is acceptable. How much more a diploma, which is higher than a GCSE? Secondly, with regards to the qualification, there is no requirement on the list that you need to be qualified for a certain number of years. There is no such requirement. All that it says is you need a certificate of sponsorship, proof of English language, valid passport, job and annual salary, job occupation code, and name of the employer. They have not stated anywhere that you need any qualification. They will train you anyway, wherever you are coming from. You know, in the UK system, when you come, they will train you anyway. So the first thing they have to do is to liaise with the employer. The employer will say, I need X, Y, Z. Your qualification doesn't matter. Come around, I'll train you. Or I need 1 year qualification and you don't need training, or I'll still train you. So that is what they have to do. And I'm sure that they will be able to come through to the UK.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yo, Oramato, Michelle, take over question time for me. Now, why?
Pato,
yes,
Pato, that's totally fine. And then you call Madam Letty. Madam Letty, over to you for your question.
Pacho, good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you.
Lawyer Pacho, mi busao so obi wo UK visa for 2 years.
Okay.
Pacho or Chrome had that secure a route in Pacho wahano. Although a visitor visa, no bet me apply for care route no from a hand. or only a care background or no fee banking sector.
All right. There are some categories of people who cannot switch to the health and care visa route. Number one, so as a visitor, you cannot switch because who can say uba sign ako. So the expectation say uba sign konti. You are technically not regarded as ubi a kromha. Number two, ubi our short-term student visa. So in other words, ubi able to for, let's say, a course which is shorter than 9 months. Any course that is 9 months and below, they cannot switch to the health and care visa. If you are here on a longer student route, 2 years, 3 years or longer, the law does not prevent you from applying. I know people who have applied and they got it. Number three, if you are here as a carer of a child student, Ghana, nipa bebree wɔ sika wɔ Ghana, nti yɛ anam de ɔmo ma aba kurom ha sɛ ɔmo aba busua deɛ. Abofra no yɛ under 18, nti ebia ne maame aba sɛ ɔrehwɛ ne ba no a ɔyɛ a child student. If ne maame ɛwɔ kurom ha as a child student carer, a carer of a child student, ɔno nso ɔntumi nswitchi. So visitors cannot switch, short-term students cannot switch, carers of a child student cannot switch. Unfortunately, but every other category, there is no limitation on them on switching.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
But when next, Lynn, Lynn, Pacho, my into Lynn, I'm so afraid more that Lynn, so only who na ebefa Jarvis Barney.
Yo, Patopi, me da se lawyer. Nyamin shira be brave. My question is very simple. Lawyer, I'm say we chire muno. Who mentioned the kind of English test that one has to take before the course of the process? No, na a bit of clarification. Kakra. I'm say we recently also hear say the test, the B1 is accepted.
It
can
is.
You clarify and say they can do the B1, no, which we know say is just listening, ability to express and listening. Is it part of the list now?
Yes, B1 is accepted, but in this case, one will have to meet all the 4 tests: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. You know, the English language tests, they have different categories. A1 to come to the UK as a spouse is only 2 requirements: speaking and listening. But if you want to fall within the category of a health worker, then you need to meet all the 4 requirements. You need to pass all 4: speaking, listening, reading, writing. And the reason is, like I said from the start, if you're a health worker, at the end of your shift, you need to prepare a report. If you cannot read, you cannot write, you cannot prepare a report to hand over to the next person coming on the shift. So yes, B1 that has the component of all the requirements that will be.
Perfect.
Jarvis, is that good response? Okay, that's it. And yeah, I think it's on the turn of Bridget. Bridget, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, hello, Lawyer Wisdom. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please, I want to find out for the carers. If somebody is having WASI certificate, can the person apply?
What certificate?
WASI, those in Ghana.
That is West African, is it Students Union or what?
West African something examination.
Okay.
Secondary school, yeah.
Please, let me help. The WASI is like here GCSE level.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it says GCSE level qualification is acceptable, but to be on the safer side, I always want to err on the side of caution. If you have such a certificate, it will be very helpful to just pass it to the institution here that attest or certify certificates to say you may pay maybe some £15 or so to say yes, that degree, that qualification is acceptable at the degree, at the level that is accepted here, and then you pass through, rather than just taking the gamble, go and pay the application fee, and then they refuse because the English language is not acceptable. I would always want you to do the checks first. But if the GCSE is acceptable in this case, then I believe that that would also be acceptable. However, please do your checks before you make any exact moves.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Kukwa Dodoa, I think we are on to your turn now. So if you can hear me, Kukwa, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, good evening.
Evening.
Okay, so I want to ask, I'm a nurse here in Ghana, okay? So, and I'm undertaking the IELTS papers or the exams actually. But then I want to ask, if you are not being cleared here in Ghana under NMC, does it mean you're not able to work with UK NMC, or is there any other avenue for you to be able to work in the UK even with the IELTS exams?
Well, I would always suppose that if a person is a health worker, maybe a nurse in Ghana, you would have first of all completed your course. And I also believe that in Ghana, there is some requirement for you to do some, is it adaptation or rotation, I don't know what it's called, before they give you your PIN to practice.
Yeah, you're working.
You'll say again?
Yeah, I'm actually working 3 years, experience. Yeah.
In that case, you shouldn't have any difficulties. One will be expected to have qualified as a nurse. You have 3 years experience as a qualified nurse. You should not have any problem at all, provided the employer accepts your, they think they need your service for you to come and work. You should not have any problems with your qualification.
So in this case, does it mean that even if you are not able to clear yourself in Ghana under NMC, you cannot work under NMC in UK?
I doubt if that is the case. Once you are qualified as a nurse, you have your certificate, you have your PIN, you should be qualified to work. Now, in this case, you are not necessarily only coming to work with the NHS. You can work with a care home. I know people who are working here in the care homes. The people working in the care homes are not all nurses. Some have just been trained to work in the care homes. So if one is not qualified or clear, whatever group it is you're talking about in Ghana, that does not bar them from coming to work in the UK as a carer in a care providing system, care home. That should not bar them from coming to work here. And I would also want to state it here that because the UK wants to attract this category of skilled workers, they have made a requirement a lot flexible that they would have done in other categories. So I would always say, yes, go for it, whether you are clear there or not. You can come and start from a care home here, then with time, you could always graduate or upgrade into full-time nurse here in the NHS or in any other category.
Well, thank you for that. But then I don't think that will be a problem. But what I'm trying to understand here is that even with a care home, UK has got their legal boundaries and documents that has to bound you as an individual working in UK. So in this case, you don't have what maybe it might make you look like a nurse. Would you still, be safe within that confines or that environment in which you find yourself in UK? I
am finding it a bit difficult to.
I think Lawyer Wisdom. Let me step in here. Kukwa, I think that's the name you've put, but Kukwa, they're still bedding into. But I hope that you are who you are. So I think they said outside of here, you can speak to lawyers separately, because I think these are there's leave room for general questioning. Lawyer will give us his number. I'm sure he'll be happy to speak to you outside of here. So the point of these discussions, they say you more information kakara now would be some 1 or 2 questions, but open deeper information now. We share our lawyer and agent man. So it's worth giving him a call. He puts his number out, and you can give him a call, and you can have a chat with him. And I'm sure he'll be more than willing to give you like the inside information now of a power. He would give you that.
Thank
Yeah, that's a power. Zuberu, Pacho, 10.
Okay, good evening.
Evening, Pacho. Lawyer to you.
Okay, my issue is not, I'm already here in the UK.
All right. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I've been here since 2014.
Right.
With visiting visa. And so as time goes on, I managed to bring my child through his granddad, and he got settled status under EU settlement scheme. And I apply through my child through one lawyer, but he applies on the basis of European Union. So these people, at a point, they ask me if the child has got European ID or passport. And I said no, because in the application, we did not even provide that one. So I don't know the reason why they asked me. So eventually they refused me the, what do you call it, the pre-status or settled status. But I was given a certificate of application, which it gives me right to live or to work in the UK. I can give a share code out. So as I'm talking now, I put appeal through my lawyer. So I've gotten the letter that they acknowledge they received that I applied for the appeal. So if in the event of this,
some of the crowd the same.
No, George Michelle. Yes, you better please land. Yes, land. Battle. Go on.
Okay, you cut me short. So I want some advice. In the case of if this appeal could not go through, what is the other route?
Thank you.
Detailed question.
Thank you. In fact, this is a very educative, very good question.
Yes.
Now, the first point of response is that application should never have been made for you under the EU settlement scheme.
Right.
Because the only reason you would come under the EU settlement scheme is if you were dependent on your child's, how do I put it? Your child's, is it your, the EU national, is it your wife's father? What is that? Who is it to you?
Okay, it's my biological child, but he was brought through his granddad, but the child lives with me.
Okay.
The child lives with the granddad, he lives with me all this while.
Okay. Now, under the EU rule, before the 31st of December 2020, we were using the Immigration EEA Regulation 2016.
Yeah.
Under Regulation 7, your child is a family member of the grandfather who is an EU national.
Yeah.
From the 31st of December 2020, the 2016 regulation was transposed into EU settlement scheme, EUSS scheme.
Okay.
Again, all grandchildren are also regarded as family members by virtue of the case of AM and AV. Okay. So as for your child, because of his grandfather who is an EU national, the child is automatically a family member of the EU national. But you are not the child of the EU national. And therefore, you do not come in that line at all. Mm-hmm. If you brought this application to me and you even added £10,000 to it, I would not make that application because it will be refused.
Oh my God, and that's exactly what happened.
Yes. If I were in your position or I was to advise you, you should have made another application, which is called Article 8 application, human right, private life, and family life. Because your child is settled, you have family life with your child. You take your child to school. You take your child to GP. If you are not here, the child can more or less not survive. So you base that application on Article 8, human rights, and you quote the cases of Rasga, the case of MA, the case of AM. You can scope all these cases to support your application. You had a chance, 50% chance at least of succeeding on Article 8. But if I was in the Home Office and your application came to me under the EU settlement scheme, I will close my eye and I'll refuse the application because it's a wrong application.
That's what happened. So,
Yes.
like I said, after this appeal, I don't know what
If
is.
the appeal is dismissed, you can then make another application, this time not under the EU law, not under the EU SS, but under the human rights law, Article 8, by virtue of your family life and your family life with your child and your private life as a result of the length of time you've lived in the UK. You had a better chance with that rather than with the EU SS. That was not going to go anywhere.
Okay. So what are my chances?
When you have some good advice on this one, Zuberu, I think it will be good. You've got some free advice, which is good. It will be good for you to try and talk to lawyer. Because already I said, when he has some more detailed help, clearly, sometimes we pay for lawyers and they don't give us the right advice. Indeed, it looks like that's a similar thing that's happened to you, which is a shame. Which is a shame. In lawyer wisdom. Is it better that he speaks to you privately? You try and.
Yeah, I'm happy to advise. You can wait. You can wait until the decision, the court makes a decision, or you can just decide forget that appeal and proceed on another route. But let's talk. I will guide you the right way. I will guide you the right way.
The lawyer will put his number up when we finish the show, and you can try and talk to him and try and see how you can take it forward. If that's okay. Zuberu, Mpacho, is that okay?
Yes, I want his number. I don't know how I can get it.
Yeah, he will give it to you right now. He will say it and you can write it down.
The office number is 0208
0208
0165
0165
384
384.
Yes, 0208 0165 384.
Sorry, the line break when you get to the latter part.
Okay, 0208
yeah
0165
correct
384.
I get it. The same.
And my mobile number is 079
okay
31 411 042.
042. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We all wish you all the best, why, Mr. Ewa, because it sounds like a difficult situation, but we wish you all the very best, and we hope that it all goes well for you. This is difficult at the best of times. Come to Eric Latte. So Eric Latte, but we'll take your question now. I will take all the questions. Don't worry. If you are on and you've raised your hand, we'll take your question. Eric Latte, if you are there, please unmute yourself and talk.
All right. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
First, I wanted to ask a question to Mauto. Is that possible?
There is a time with Taptap at the end of the show after lawyer has finished, because lawyer, we have his time for only a short period, isn't he?
All right. Then
if you can hold your question, I'll be here.
Okay.
I'm not paid by the hour like lawyer, ain't he?
Okay. All right.
It's okay. I'll be here after the show. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Then I wanted to ask a series of questions to lawyer, but then I think the shell is already broken by you that we will get his number, so that and that's perfect. So as I've gotten the number now, I think the problem is solved.
Yeah, I think
So,
sometimes the general questions also help other people, which I said. So the question, the answer is
all right,
question. It helps other people. So if you have some general question, then it might be useful because during the answers of the question, maybe I'll mark some tidbits if you have some general question, then it's worth putting it out so that he can answer that.
Okay, fine. I'm saying a mistake. Now not a mistake at such, but now other living room. Me say the very scratch of the conversation by a lawyer. And me person me bisa question we say for example, if I have a relation, a relative, awareness, right, a degree or diploma in nursing, that's what person or apply to their friends and healthcare job now. Make me a application on his or her behalf now. That is one question. Because I think the application can be done on your friend is saying .gov site but normally I'm saying I was a create accountants and say me create account in my name and I use that account to apply for somebody who is my relative.
Hello.
Yeah, I think lawyer. If you didn't hear him, he said he was asking whether if he has a .gov account, can he use that to apply for his relative, even though their account is in his name? That's what he's asking.
Yes, there is no problem. Now, what happens with these online applications is when you go online, they ask you to input your details, email, etc., password. But whoever the applicant is, of course, you can make an application on behalf of somebody, but whoever the applicant is, their name, their date of birth, is their details that will go on the form. You supporting or helping the person to complete the form doesn't change anything. And obviously, if you want to apply on behalf of somebody, the employer would first have to check the person's details, not your details. The person's details, their certificate, their qualification, everything else, the documents that are needed. Somebody's asking for the documents needed. I'll go over it again. Once all of that is provided, the employer will then say, yes, I'm okay. I think I need to give you the job. Once they give the COS, you can do it from the UK here on behalf of the person in Ghana, but it is their details that will go on the form, and then they will have to submit the documents in Ghana, or you upload it. They provide their biometrics or their fingerprints, and the decision will be made on that application. You can do it on their behalf, but their details will have to be on the form. Yes. Somebody asked for the list of documents that are required for the application. Number 1, certificate of sponsorship, COS. That is the most important document. Without the COS, you are not going anywhere. Certificate of sponsorship. That is to say, the employer says, yes, I have a job for you. You come and do this job. Without that, don't even worry yourself because it's not going to go anywhere. Number 2, proof of the English language, whether it is a CELT, it is a degree, it is a GCSE, whether it's a diploma that is certified, etc., etc. That is number 2. Number 3, you need a valid passport to show your identity. Number 4, the job and annual salary. That is not a problem. That would automatically be on the COS, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then the job occupation code. That is also not a problem because that will be on the COS. And the name of the employer, that is also not a problem.
Okay, may I tell you?
That will also be on the COS. There are some times you need to show you have some money, personal savings of £1,270. There are sometimes, not all occasions, some occasions. And the reason why that is because maybe within the first month that you have come, they may not be able to process your payroll, etc., for you. At least you have something to live on. £1,270 may be required. Not in all cases. Your employer can provide that for you that, look, yes, I'll give you this as an advance payment until we process your PAYE on everything. So that is just on the side. But the documents are what I have just mentioned: COS, proof of an English passport, job and annual salary, job occupation code, name of the employer. And they are not even asking for accommodation, everything. No, they are not. So this is the short list of documents that are required.
Okay. Lawyer, thank you very much. I'll take some more questions as we go on, but there's a question here on the chat about people saying, if you don't have experience or qualification as a carer, but you live in Ghana and you have a degree, let's say in engineering, can you still apply for the scheme? If you have the COS, would you still be able to apply to be a carer in the UK?
Yes, once the employer gives you the COS, it means they are happy with your qualification, and they will certainly give you the training anyway when you come to the UK.
Okay, that's fantastic. I think that answers the question for everyone. I think I'm just trying to check what else is here. That's a question on the chat. Okay, let's take another question. Abia Emily Johnson, if you are on, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right, I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Me Pacho, among the list now kind requirements, no. I think me this information last year, and I'm a mom in Crawford be Troy. I'm try IELTS, no. Yes, TB test be crack home and police clearance be. My any ya search it. Yeah, company be already on beba. It's being difficult to get some to sponsor you.
You're right. That is why I said from the beginning, without the COS, you are not making any headway. I know of a company that has brought in a few people. So that one, let me just give you the name and don't tell anybody.
All right.
Yeah. It's called Prestige Social Care Services Limited.
All right.
Social Care Services Limited. Prestige Social Care Services Limited. That I know they were able to bring some families here. So at least that can be your starting point. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I don't have any connection with them, but I know that is why I'm putting this one there for you.
And they're not alone. I say internet. All you say is they tell you that UK phone or they are looking into, not outside. So the information that we are getting, say a lot of companies are actually looking for people from outside now. It doesn't seem to be clear to us because we've been searching, we gave it to them. That's what the feedback they give to them is that they are getting a lot of CVs and applications. So they are looking into UK for first and Sana. They go outside. How about that one?
How many companies have they searched for?
No, thousands. I'm sorry, because then I my phone, so I'm a friend, I'm sending emails, a lot.
Yeah, fine. I know some, I understand some Ghanaian companies, some Ghanaian firms, care home providers are also starting to do this now. So I would say contact me maybe after this program, or let's say tomorrow on this mobile number. There is this lady I know of, she has a care home. I can't do anything, but you speak to her, she's Ghanaian, she might be able to help.
Yeah, because of that, they did it from last year. Police check and the TB has an expiring date 6 months, and it's expiring by next month, which is additional cost which is coming to us because they paid for everything, they did everything, but we've not gotten anyone to take them in.
Much longer. Yeah, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Then your courage would appear. For if you persevere, you will conquer. Never fear. Try again. Keep trying.
Yo, Matemi,
please contact lawyer and you get some good response. I'm also loving the help that you are giving each other on the chat. I like it a lot because this is exactly what my dream is, to create a community of tap-tappers, as I call you guys, tap-tap for tap-tappers, I call them. Tap-tap helping tap-tap people. So this is fantastic. And lawyer is also a tap-tap person. He's giving you inside deep information that you would get normally if you walked into his office. So this is good. I would take a question from Bismarck because he's been raising his hand, even though his hand is not up. Into Bismarck himself, opinion patch or you can unmute yourself and ask your question, and then we'll carry on. I can see that my boss is back as well, so which is good.
Hello, lawyer.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm speaking from Ghana, Accra.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Hello?
Is that Dumso there?
Come again?
Go on, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to, I didn't join earlier, so I missed some of your presentation. But I overheard you speaking about some link that you can go through and get a list of companies who are looking for health workers. So if you can help me with the link.
Yes, I am going to put a link online now, and I'll ask Nana to. Nana, I am copying and sending that link to you right now, to your personal.
Send the WhatsApp. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes. So yeah.
And then my second question is, I'm a building technician. I did building. Can I apply as a volunteer?
I'm not too sure about that. You would always have to, the starting point is with the companies. Nana, I've just put it there. I've just put it on your WhatsApp. It's the whole list of sponsors in the UK. I've just put it out there. It's a very long list. So you will have to go through and check which of them would be suitable to respond to your query. As to a volunteer, you can only try. I can't guarantee anything, and I can't say, and I speak for the employers. Yeah.
Okay, right. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, sir.
I'm very grateful.
Okay. Before I take Millie's question, I'm gonna ask Mary's question for her because she's been very helpful in the chat. Mary was chatting so say or any PhD in social care. Should she apply now or after she completes her PhD for this visa?
Well, if she's doing her PhD in social care, she has the option of a 3-year visa as a degree PhD holder. You know, there's this graduate scheme visa route for PhD holders. They can apply for 3 years leave to be in the UK. Whether you have a job or no job, you can apply. First degree holders have 2 years, PhD holders have 3 years. So you have to choose the option of whether you want to go the health and care workers route or you want to wait until you finish and explore the option of the graduate visa route. You have 2 options to choose from.
Thank you very much, lawyer. I'll take Millie's question. Millie, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Pamucho, good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho, now my question is, Ghana, we don't have, let's say, a lot of carers, like healthcare assistants in Ghana, because you need that kind of system, no. But you want to say, oh yeah, other worker, teacher, say we are. Can you apply as healthcare assistant? I think so you've answered it already, but I just need a clarification. Can you apply as healthcare assistant? If like that's the first question, and then I think so because you don't have any experience in the first place, but they'll be able to train you. So I just wanted clarification from that one.
Yes, thank you for the question. But it's all down to the sponsor, the employer. If the employer sees your qualifications, they know you are a teacher or they know the person is an IT person, but they think by virtue of their qualification, they can be a good material for the health care or as a good healthcare worker, and they decide to take you on board, why not? So it's all down to the employer, it's all down to the employer. Yes, put it out there, put your foot out there. You might be fortunate, you might be blessed, and you can just. I was a teacher, but today I'm doing what I'm doing because I took the chance of stepping outside the box. And this is where I am today. I was trained as a teacher. So if you never step out or take the chance, you can never make any headway. So yes, step out, try it. You never know.
All right. Thank you very much.
Amas Antiwa, it's your turn.
All right, thank you. So I'm in Wolverhampton, and I just want to contribute to this because I know a couple of friends that have actually come in with that process, and some agencies that are willing to bring people on board. But Ghanaians, I mean, these are people that they communicated with them before coming, that there is a little bit of fee involved, yeah? And then when they get here, it becomes a problem. So now, if you get an agency who is willing to bring you on board, you should also make a preparation that there might be some kind of charges, and you have to get ready for it, because I know a couple of people they are here already, and then they are having issues with the agencies. So we also have to prepare for that. And also with the health and social care, we all came here and we're doing the same thing. It doesn't need a training. When you get a company that is willing to take you on board, they would assign you for training. You will be trained, and then you can start. You can't come in without the training. But if you're coming from home, you can come here. They will bring you here, but they'll give you the training. So irrespective of whatever work you're doing, teacher, nurse, whatsoever that you want to do, you can still come. If you get a sponsor that is willing to bring you, you can still come, and then they'll give you the training to do it. But we should also keep it in our mind that it comes with a charge. So, like I said, I know a couple of friends that are here that the agency is trying to charge them a little amount, and it's becoming a problem. So it's not for free. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful for that information. Very, very grateful. Sometimes the employers learn lessons from the experiences they've had. So subsequently, they also want to be sure they are well covered so that they don't incur losses when they get in here, when the people get in here. So thank you for that information. I'm very grateful.
Fantastic. I think we will take two last questions, and then we'll try and wrap up the work, and then lawyer can go and enjoy his evening. Now, Emily Johnson, Pacho, it's your turn. You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
I've asked my question already.
Thank you very much. Fantastic. And Selom, you are the last one, and then we can try and wrap up, and then thank lawyer for all his fantastic information he's given us today. Selom.
Okay. Thank you very much, Malta, for the chance. I want to ask a question and then also a request. Honestly, of late, there's this information that because Ghana is listed as an amber country or a red listed country or something, it is very difficult for organizations to recruit social care workers or healthcare assistants from Ghana. How true is that? And also, I want to request that if anybody has names of agencies or links to agencies that are doing recruitment, can they please share with some of us? Thank you.
Thank you. People are being recruited from Ghana every day. So as to being listed on as an amber country. Now, thankfully, this COVID thing is disappearing gradually. So that should not be an impediment to anybody trying or going out there to look for a job. That should not be at all.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Please, lawyer.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Yes. So I'm also requesting that if anybody knows about agencies that do recruitment, can they please leave it in the chat for us to maybe contact them? Or lawyer, if you know any. I've noted one that you mentioned, Prestige Social Care Services Limited.
Yes.
I've noted that, yes. But if anybody knows about any other, can they please share with us?
Yes, I have listed a few and I've sent out the link as well too.
Oh, okay. All right.
So once you receive the link, please click it and click on view. and just highlight all the ones. You can print it. You can print it and highlight the ones that have to do with care. You know, care limited, care fountain limited, fountain care, A&M, bright care. So anything that has care, you can just contact those ones. But these are from the Home Office's site, So, but like you are saying, even if it knows any one-on-one, that will be very helpful as well.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Eunice had a question a long time ago that we didn't get to answer, lawyer. So I'll put a question to you for her, if that's okay. He said, if a person stays in Italy, they would, no, the question is, if someone is an operator, social health care, social assistance auxiliary in Italy and wants to work in UK, do they apply for the scheme, or is it a different scheme that they have to apply for?
If the person is in Italy as well.
Yeah. As a social care, social health care, social assistance auxiliary, something like that.
Well, if the is an Italian national and they are already here or they came to register with the EU settlement scheme, then they all they do is to pick their bag and come here and apply the job straight away. But if they are there as a foreigner, they have maybe the Carta Soggiorno or the indefinite leave to remain there, then before they can come to work, they also have to go through the same process as everybody else to apply, get a sponsor before they can come to work in the UK. Even if the person had or has an EU passport, but they did not come or they haven't come here to register under the EU settlement scheme before the 31st of December 2020, then they, even though they have an EU passport, they have to go through the same process like everybody else. So that is my response to that question.
Fantastic. Lawyer Medasepa, thank you very much. So for all of you who had your questions answered and those who didn't get a chance to ask questions, there's a lot of you on the line. I think this is a very important topic. Nanaka, I want to try and hand over this to you because this is your territory.
Okay. From the look of things, this program topic so next week. So we'll still be talking about immigration legal issues and also health and care workers visa next week. In this question, me and Sano this week, at the same time next week between 8 p.m. and 9. We will bring lawyer back for us to continue the conversation. Now, I was trying to get Amma Asantua, and so I can tell, say, Amma Asantua is also having some a bit of experience in the area. Next week, join us for us to have a discussion. Said the Bay Abuche assistant Ebeko Eye na Yenuanum say war or my gun and see bit me and ya quine be so abominable so to me ababe bo omopra ha yet me abo. Ain't me say join us next week for us to continue this discussion.
Nana, thank you. I'm saying like you rightly said, there are other ways Sanipane to me we do Chrome happen. Yes. So of Answasio, of a Remo, of a train, of an underground, whenever do happen, there may be other ways. I everything are regularizing. I must say, I know people come with Victoria line, Piccadilly line from Kotoka to the UK. So once they arrive here, we will be. There are ways. You would say me are regularizing. So maybe next program, yes, or see the health and care area. Now your time kakra, I will add some other options to regularize your stay in the UK.
That's how they come. Is answer. And you know, if I Piccadilly, if he true, and the baby it's the eventual next week. Said in American, Amazon to the show. Our Madiana too. Next week we want to have you as one of our guests on the show to discuss this topic. Biana also or any other issue regarding Taptap sin. Yebema about 5-10 minutes. Or out or ever train behind not one actually and come on. And I mean, instead of doing so echo a breakout room, Emma, Omni Teresa, echo to train come on, Teresa Abua, do so or any other question. Be still Ora Malto, Director for Growth Africa or Ahmaneso or Zoom Neso or Bebwa na wama answers to your questions. Medikai the Chatopra meda a lawyer on a short notice. I'm a friend and you may na unya akwenya ebae any eba betrinko. Lawyer Wisdom, the law firm no ewo Dawson Junction. Inti enye ira kwai kra bomodia na bomodin na kohwe ne cha kwai se uwo any legal issue, immigration issue oni ne lawyers omobeboa akwan nyina so da wonso atimi wasitena kroma no atimi akonkan ede ama Sabri asida enkoma mu nyina so se mo atimi eni atena abesi Sabri lawyer wo bibika answer ne yakọ.
What's me the number not to Jana?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Lawyer Fatu Jama any enko. Father number the Tija.
That was it. We buy to a Wise Smart Solicitors. Wise Smart, WISEMART. Wise Smart Solicitors. Yeah, and office number near 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165. Thank you, Maruto. 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. And our mobile number here 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. Now, lawyer for my friend lawyer Francis Kosompem with the number Subetija. You can always contact him too. On any number near 079. Oh, my eyes, huh? Wow. We are growing on, so our eyes.
You should go to Specsavers.
Thank you. 079 4677 2439. 079 4677 2439. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm grateful and I appreciate you all. Nana me that I show yeah.
Yo, and yeah, said yeah, kind of yeah, Damunina asi and anumbre. Sabri Ura Malto, Growth Director for Africa, and taking over. Or any question regarding Taptap send will be to me at the Abba. Oma on Saswa, Obefro, na Odo question Abba. Yo, and Yanum, yeah, Damunina asi be. Ura Malto, take over. Lawyer, I mean, Shabi.
Yes, I'll take over. Lawyer Medasepa, thank you very much.
God bless you.
Before I even start, I want to say Ghana for yes, let's try and call lawyers. What I say. So some of us